I've been around a lot of powerful people. I've always been impressed many times by how good they are, how good at connection they are, how they make you feel. They give off an impression of increase. It's like when I'm with you, I feel like I can do anything. I'm thinking bigger. I've always been impressed with people that can do that. It's like I just want to be close to them, man. They're putting off an energy. They attract. They don't chase. What's better than a cool, brisk Tennessee night, right? Okay, so one of the big themes today was mapping things out on a quarterly basis and like sticking to your quarterly rocks versus having an idea and being more dynamic with your idea and kind of failing your way to success versus planning your way there, right? People of interest are in the transformation business. They are not in the transaction business. And so how do you become a person of interest? There's certain ingredients you gotta have, there's certain moves you gotta make. In today's digital world, you really have to start thinking of packaging your intellectual property, pushing it out to the market. Because remember, I don't target people, I attract people. And the way I attract people is by positioning by concepts. Person of interest, 8-figure skills stuck in 6-figure vehicles. Greatness factory is a concept, okay? So people of interest take their know-how, they package it, they market it, they attract, they don't chase. So I was meeting with my partner on the private equity fund, Scott Burt right here. Scott's also the CEO and founder of Safe Space. But Scott and I were meeting this afternoon about our private equity fund. And basically what I said is, look, I think people would invest in greatness factories. And so we sat in there and we kind of mapped it out on a board. Okay, what if we had, I think we said 20 founders club at 500,000 a person. And they're in the founders club of this investment, and that produces $10 million. We go build these things in Dallas, will be a hot market. We go start looking at these places that we build these greatness factories, which are really what? Like, we're calling them greatness factories, but what are they really? They're deal flow factories. Like, you should be coming to these sessions with me and getting activated, and then you should go to dinner with the people here, and you should put deals together, right? They're really deal flow factors for everybody. And so what we did is we conceptualized an idea. And the way I would tell that narrative is, hey guys, everywhere I go across the United States, people tell me if I open the fund to invest in greatness factories, that they would invest in that fund. And so what we decided to do is create a founders club for these people, right? 20 people at 500,000. And here's what comes along with that founders club. Okay, we're gonna raise $20 million. We're gonna build X number of these greatness factories, which are gonna become deal flow centers. You get to participate in these as one of the founders and owners of these. And our ultimate objective, which we call an aiming point, would be to package these things up and sell them at some point in the future. And we'd all participate in an exit. Everybody see how fast that happened? When you really get to the top levels, the top players know that they can't do everything by themselves. They assemble as much talent as they can, and then they put that talent together, and that talent gets some stock options or whatever, and they really believe that the company can get to the next level. That's not how a lot of small business owners think. They think I'm gonna do it myself and I'm gonna own 100% of it. So I've partnered with a guy that's done over $1 billion worth of deals as an investment banker. He understands, he has his role and his skill set, mapping it out, doing the projecting of it. How does it work? How do they make money? How do the investors get paid? I have my role, which is using the same skill of activation that I use in virtually every company I'm involved in. Look at how fast, with a day of focus and some intensity, look at how fast we can activate something. What are our 3 rules for changing our life? Begin immediately, do it flamboyantly, okay? No exceptions. That's why you change your life. Begin immediately, do it flamboyantly, no exceptions. Some people may see that as a little bit chaotic. I've just studied so much quantum leaps over the last year and a half. That is truly how you have a quantum leap. We go there in the mind before we go there in the body. All things are created twice, first mentally, then physically. Now, if you saw my notebook and you saw how many times, even before I presented that to Scott today, I've been drawing it up in my notebook. Aiming point, 50 greatness factories, raise capital. Now we just have to package it up and present it to people. And that's really what I'm trying to teach people, is that's how you have these quantum leaps. Thank you guys, really appreciate you, okay? Have a good night.